Need to click this, click that, and boom, we are live. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Game On, another episode of Pump the Brakes. I am your host, Cricket from sportspicks.logos.com, and joining me just shortly will be our guy, Heavy Steps. He got off work a little later than normal today, but he will be rolling in here with us just shortly, and we will be trying to break down some of these matchups. Now we'll talk a little hockey, we'll talk a little college basketball, we'll look at a little preview of the upcoming conference championships for this weekend. We'll let Steps talk about his Irish in a little bit. It was a good season for his Irish, but we haven't got to get his thoughts just yet since the national title game the other night. So we will talk about all that stuff, and we'll be rolling just shortly, y'all. Like I said, I've got my plays out already today. I told y'all I wanted to start. College football is winding down, or college football is over, but football in general is winding down now, and so I figured I got to give y'all some other picks, man. Y'all know I'm going to be wagering a little bit, but I am definitely going to, I love college basketball. What up, Derp? How you doing, sir? Already in here, as always. Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, no, I love college basketball, man, and y'all know that I have a newfound love for hockey over the last couple seasons. I do love that stuff. It has quickly become my second favorite sport outside of football. So we will be diving into those, and I'm going to try to release those picks every day. I can't promise you that I will get my picks out every single day, but I will try to get it out for at least 4 or 5 days a week there, and I release those over at sportspicks.locals.com and on my X at Cricket1414. Cricket is spelled with 2 T's. Like I said, those are posted for tonight in both spots. You got your college basketball picks and the NHL there. Had a rough night in college basketball last night, man. Started off. Wound up going 1-6, but had several games that were in a real good spot, like Xavier, for example. Xavier getting 7 points, and they're winning the damn game by 6 or 7 the whole game. And St. John's made a late charge there, wound up getting it to OT, and we lose by 8 in OT, man. That's a bad beat right there. You had Wofford on the other side playing the Citadel, minus 15.5, up by 26 at the half, and wound up winning that thing by 11. So we had a couple that went the wrong way, but y'all know what Mama said. There would be days like this. Derp says, Cricket, I don't know if mentioned that I'm going to be playing to Ohio State Sunday for the celebration at the stadium. Okay, you going up there? Oh, man, that'll be a good time, bro. That'll be fun. Going to it. I got you. You'll be going to the celebration on Sunday. That'll be fun, man. I promise you. The next time God willing, in my lifetime, next time the Vols bring a natty back to Knoxville, I will be there for that celebration as well, sir. You better bundle up, though. It is going to be cold up that way. I know that it's cold every damn where right now, man. So stay warm, bro, but enjoy that. Congratulations. Like I said, that's big time. Anytime your team wins a natty, bro, that's somewhere celebrating. They don't just hand those out. Only get one of those a year, man. So big time right there. But as I was saying, yeah, yesterday college basketball was rough for us. We went 1-6. It was down about 5 units in college basketball. We did have a solid day on the ice, going 3-1 in the NHL. We made a couple units back on that. We were up 2.81 units in the NHL, but down 2.26 units on the day yesterday. But be all right. What up, Patriot? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Steps will be joining us here in just a few. He's trying to get home. He didn't get off till 5 o'clock today, y'all. I told him don't be rushing home, driving through all that crazy Atlanta traffic and stuff. Like, just take your time, man. I'll start it up at 5:30, hang out with our friends, and we'll see you when you get here. So he will be joining me just shortly, as far as I know, folks. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull Crick's picks up, and we'll talk about some of the games that I do like this evening. Like I said, y'all, I'll do my best to release those every day, and you'll be able to always track the record for you. I will show you every day. I'll show you the most recent day, and then I'll show you the year-to-date record on all my posts like that. So I do definitely like to give y'all all the results, just so you know, hey, sometimes just because I won't be mad at you. If I'm on a rough run, I ain't mad at you if you fade me, man. Take that money. That's why I put them out there for y'all. If you know I'm in a tough run like yesterday, we'll watch college basketball. I went 1-6 yesterday. We'll do some shit like that again. It might be the fade train on Crick's picks for college basketball. We just have to wait and see, y'all. So don't be too quick to jump on that train, because I will put together a good run here and there. Derp said, I did also win the gift card now. I got to determine how much I get on that card. We talked about that. Was that for the NFL picks you won there, Derp? And where's that gift card to again, man? What's the name of that place? I know we pulled it up one morning on the morning show, but I can't remember what it was. It looked good. I don't think I got any of those around here, but it did look good. All right, man. I'm going to pull these up for y'all. And like I said, they're posted over at Sports Picks, and this is the post from over there. But you see, you got your little write-up from yesterday. And here's your little key for any of those abbreviations y'all may not know. What up, Rob Kahn? He said, you going to go to the Super Bowl party for KC? Oh, shit. I ain't, man. You know better than that. Primani Brothers. Okay, Derp. But yeah, there's your little abbreviations. Like I said, some people weren't sure what those meant, so I'll make sure and post those for you. And there's the listings for that, man. These are not Sports Picks official picks, you do have to sign up for Sports Picks to get the great Robert Barnes, get his official picks. You can sign up over at Sports Picks right now to get those. But these are not Sports Picks official picks. I post them for free over here and over on my X. So, like I said, there's last night 1-6 in college basketball, 3-1 in the NHL. But we were down a couple units for the day. Starting off, I got a couple odd picks, little off the wall picks there. I was looking at this NJIT and Vermont game, and low total right here in this one. And you got a big spread in this one too, man. I look for this one to be one that Vermont wins probably by about, I'd say they probably do cover that spread. But when you look at these low totals like this, you got to see those big spreads like that and understand you're probably not going to get a lot of those trash points at the end of the game where they, free throws because the game's close and teams trying to foul, all that stuff. Most of the time with a big spread game like this, you will see them stretch this out. And I feel like this could totally be like a 70-50 victory for Vermont. So I'm going to go under the 122.5 in that one. Another one I was looking at over there is Merrimack and St. Peter's, another low total. What up, Will? How you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. And this Merrimack St. Peter's total, I bet it earlier at 121.5. It has gone down to 120.5 the last I saw. Yeah, that's where it's sitting right now. Even juiced the under at 120.5. It's another one that I don't expect a whole lot of points. You do have to worry about that one a little bit because the spread is close. Merrimack -1. But these teams just not great offensive teams. They like to run, sets deep into the shot clock there, so you don't get a whole lot of possessions. I just don't think we're going to see a whole lot of points in that one. You do got to worry a little bit. I mean, a close spread, it could get to overtime and get you on that one. But obviously, that's not a very, very high probability there. So I'm not going to worry about that one too much. I just know both these teams like to go deep into the shot clock with their possessions, so you don't see as many possessions there. So I'm going to go under the 120.5. Very low number, but more times than not, those low numbers like that will go under. There's a reason they are that low. Another one I'm looking at, kind of on the other end of the spectrum here, South Dakota and North Dakota. We are going to go over, and this is a huge number in this one, y'all. It has gone up. I bet it over 176. It was 175 this morning, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking about betting it then. These two teams on the other end of the spectrum, they like to get shots up quick early in the shot clock, man. You do see a lot of possessions, run and gun. They're going to shoot the three. I've seen these teams have games where they've scored over 100 a couple different times. They've had games where both teams in the 80s or 90s, or one team in the 90s, one team in the 80s. So it's a very high number right here. We're being set this high. I bet one of these the other day in Alabama game. That's another note, y'all. Anytime Alabama games, just bet the damn over. Just bet the over in that. Nate Oates got those guys playing at a very high level. But the way they run their offense, man, the totals are always going to be high. They're always going to be at least the 160. I bet over 179.5 the other day against damn Kentucky, and they scored damn near 200. But Nate Oates has his guys. He likes to have them shoot the ball, and he loves to shoot three-pointers. They shoot like 48% of their shots from three. And they like to get shots up within 7 to 10 seconds of the shot clock. So that means they're running up down the floor. They're firing. It adds to it. But miss or make, it adds to a lot of extra possessions for both teams. That's why you see the points get so high. Alabama games, it's a set it and forget it. Bet the over, be done with it. Kind of the same notion in this South Dakota and North Dakota game tonight. 176.5 high total. It's against my religion to ever go under in a spot like that. And I'll usually just auto bet them. I did dive into this one a little bit extra today. And these teams do like to run and gun kind of like that. So I think there will be a lot of points scored in this South Dakota, North Dakota game tonight. And I got a little 2-unit play on that one. Steppers!
What up? Sir? I look a little bit more official today, straight from work.
Man, you look good, bro. Is that the way you look every day when you go to work? You that sharp?
$1 million every day.
Man, that's what I love. That wake up. Buku told me when we was kids. Buku said, "Cricket, you got to look good to play good, man." I built my whole life on that, bro.
Yeah, well, I just found out Buku just wears shorts all the time, regardless of what the temperature is outside.
I do too, man. I'm the same way.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I got shorts on right now. I keep my shorts on, man. All
that
the time.
Is
unless I'm going into the frozen north. Now I did put a pair of pants on the other night to go over the Buku's with National Championship because it was colder than damn it up here. But other than that, man, I usually don't like pants, man.
You don't like pants?
I ain't about it. I'm a shorts guy, man. I've always been a shorts guy.
Okay. As long as we got something on.
We got some pants on. Yeah, I wear shorts, man. I ain't got no shorts on, man. I just put a shirt on, man.
That is that's like such a Caucasian stereotype is that we just wear shorts all year round. Even with like hoodies, long sleeve.
That's what I do, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is that a Caucasian thing?
It is. It is a very Caucasian thing. Yeah. It's a white person thing. Hoodies and shorts.
I love hoodies. That's perfect weather, bro. When I wear shorts and a hoodie and feel comfortable, that is the perfect temperature.
Now, I will say, Kids these days, I'm dating myself here, they wear hoodies all year round. Like it's 99 degrees outside and
That's because half of them don't get out of the damn house off their phones.
I think you're right about that. And I mean, you have to take into consideration how quickly technology is advancing, and these kids don't know anything else.
Bro, I'm so glad that you're saying, you're just a couple years older than me. I'm so glad we were born when we were, so that we didn't have all this bullshit. Like we got video games and stuff. That's when everything started happening. So we got to enjoy that part too. But I played outside, man. I was outside daylight to dark, and when when Mama flipped the porch light on and stuff, I come home. Then I played my Xbox and all that stuff. But I spent all my time outside playing sports, man.
Yeah. You had to like go to the neighbor's house and knock on the door to see if they were home.
Hell yeah, riding bikes, skinning knees, the shit you need to be doing.
You'd find somebody in the neighborhood to play with.
Absolutely, or damn not. Just use your damn imagination, bro. I'll tell you how many national championships I won playing a football game in my backyard by myself.
That too. Yeah,
that's right. Let's go, man. Let's go. I was going here running through Cricks Picks a little bit. Let me pull this down, man. We'll get you in here because we won't talk about some other stuff. We'll get back to all that in just a little bit, y'all. See if Steph's got anything going tonight. But first, it's the first time we've seen you, man, since the national title game. You're Irish. I told you the other day, man. I think it was a great season for your Irish. Really kind of exceeded expectations, especially after that Northern Illinois loss there. And I do think the brightest days are ahead of the Irish, man. But go ahead, give us your thoughts, man, on how on the season and all that stuff. Good season for you boys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the silver lining is they didn't quit. They didn't get blown out.
That's a gritty bunch of dudes, bro. That's a gritty bunch of dudes.
Played uncharacteristic in the first half. I mean, Ohio State, I think, put 4 straight touchdowns on the board. They scored on their first 4 drives, 3 in the first half, and then that first one in the. As soon as Notre Dame lost the coin toss, and Ohio State deferred to the second half. I didn't like that. But then when we took the ball down the field, I was like, okay,
bro.
Okay. All right.
The first drive looked really good, but I was concerned at the way. I was like, I don't think you can sustain that.
No, you can't sustain it. But I was just hoping that Ohio State would come out and we'd get like a 3 and out or just a stop.
I tell you what, though, man, the way, like, if you're going to defer, if you're going to take the ball and not defer right there, that's what you got to do. You got to come out and hit them in the mouth. You see so many teams like going to take the ball and they'll come out and go 3 and out, some stupid shit, and that puts you really in a hole at the beginning of a game. But if you go take the ball and you go run it down the team's throat, they're like, oh shit. The only problem is that team gets some dudes on the other side too.
I'm only showing this because he paid for it. I mean, he's paying himself essentially, but
that's
he's losing out on the taxes.
Hell yeah, Trump's America.
Thank you, President Trump, for fulfilling all of your promises. Shit, I shouldn't. You know what? I read that, by the way, so don't clip that later without that bottom part.
Ooh, I think I think he just told you could clip something. Will, I don't know. You might have to go back and watch the tape on that one. You might be able to clip him on something.
I made sure I did it. What's up, Patriot? Patriot's in here. Derpy, my arch nemesis.
Well, is Riley Leonard have any more eligibility?
No, but you know what? Look, I understand. Like he's gritty. He's a good leader, but he's just not.
You know what they need to do with that guy?
He needs to play like tight end or something.
Oh God, you took the words out of my mouth. I was like, that dude needs to switch to either a tight end or a slot receiver in the NFL. He needs to be like a Puka.
Yeah, he has no future as a quarterback.
He needs to be like a Puka or Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
That'd be a perfect Taysom Hill, man. And Taysom Hill's made a whole ass damn career off that shit, man.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think he's as quick as Taysom Hill, but he is kind of like
shit. Riley Leonard moves pretty damn good.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just saying I feel like they're very similar dudes in size and technique and all kinds of things. I mean, I feel like I'd be looking at him like that. I'd definitely give him a shot. Dude's an athlete. You can watch the clips of his high school basketball highlights and watch him play on the field and what he did this year and what he did at Duke before with a lot less talent around him. Like that dude's an athlete. I'd give him a shot.
Go watch his high school basketball highlight reel. That's all you got to do.
I needed you the other night, man, over at Buku's. My buddy Rob was in there. He was talking shit, and I was like, no, and it took me forever to find it, but I did finally find it, and he was giving me shit all night. He's like, that guy's pretty good basketball. He kept saying about Will Howard. I was like, not that one, bro. The other guy is the good basketball player.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to play basketball, but ended up playing football.
I can see why.
Reason. Yeah.
Dude's a gamer.
I'll post it later on X. Yeah, he Dude had hops too, man. He was
Dude,
like,
he was doing he did a couple where he steal the ball like the 3-point line, take 2 steps and windmill it and shit.
yeah,
I was
he's got some hops.
Hey, people, I don't know how many of y'all realize that, but it ain't easy to windmill on an 8-foot goal.
Yeah.
So
I do think Notre Dame's headed in the right direction. I think that this is sustainable as long as Marcus Freeman's the head coach. We're gonna get tested. He's gonna get tested now. Losing Al Golden he went to Cincinnati to become the defensive coordinator.
I seen that. I did see that. You know what, those steps?
Yes.
Ohio State may have done you the biggest favor because now they can't fire Ryan Day because he won the national title. So now you don't lose Marcus Freeman to Ohio State.
True.
But if y'all beat them in that game, Ryan Day gets another year, obviously, but then when he goes and shits the bed in some spot next year, they're immediately chasing Marcus Freeman, bro. So it may have done you a favor. Now, Ryan Day's already locked up another 4 or 5 years now.
I think Freeman would only leave for the NFL or Ohio State.
Oh, for sure. For sure, the only 2 spots.
And I would question Ohio State.
Else. He'd be stupid unless, I'll tell you one other spot I could see him going. If Kalen DeBoer didn't work out in Alabama.
He converted to Catholicism.
Who did?
Marcus Freeman. So he changed his whole religion.
Is that being a Catholic?
He's a Catholic. Notre Dame's Catholic University. So he changed.
Yeah, I knew that, but yeah, okay. I mean, Brian Kelly didn't do that, did he?
No.
But he turned Cajun when he went to LSU.
Dude, Brian Kelly he took the Saturday morning mass away. So that was like a tradition that the team would go to mass the morning and then go over to the football stadium.
I can't believe they allowed something like that at Notre Dame.
Yeah, he took it away, and then Freeman brought it back.
The only thing more important than football at Notre Dame is church.
I know. I will say this. Brian Kelly got a lot of things changed in Notre Dame. He did do some good there, like getting rid of that long-ass grass. He got a big jumbotron at one. Notre Dame
don't give him credit for that shit, man. You would have had a jumbotron by now anyway. Everybody got a damn jumbotron.
Dude, Notre Dame used to not stand up during games or cheer like that because there was all old people.
Because it wasn't that damn exciting a while back then. It wasn't that exciting. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You never had to stand up about.
No, never. Never.
You got his picture on your wall, man.
I got his mug shot on my wall. All right, we got some gifted subs here. Patriot was gifted a membership. He's not?
I think this was happening on the morning show this morning. I think everybody's is renewing now. he's just throwing them back out to everybody. It must be renewed date because there's a lot of people in there that are more than they're regulars, and I was like, they should already have one. So yeah, that man's just a man of the people, bro.
Was this were you talking about this before I came?
No, I don't. He makes me talk about that way too much anyway. What do you want to say? Go ahead.
I think Will's a hypocrite. He was a Brady fan his whole life. He can't complain about Mahomes. It's the same thing. It's just a different version of it.
The golden boy, yeah.
Peyton
Manning didn't get them damn calls.
He got some. He did. He
had
to complain.
They all get called steps. Every top quarterback in the league gets some calls. Some of them just get more than others.
Or they get them corrected.
They're all worth $60 million apiece, man. They got to protect them.
Mahomes.
They know how much money they're worth. They're worth. See, the thing is, they're worth so much more than that $60 million because when one of those dudes goes down, and the team goes to shit. They lose so much revenue and ticket sales and all that shit. So they got to protect those dudes. I still think it's bullshit.
I do agree with what Will said. I think it might have been this morning, but it's so easy to just get it right from the New York or that second set of eyes that's watching it on the TV. We can see it. They can see it. I'm in favor of just if someone is sitting watching it on a screen, they should be able to say, yo, you missed that, or yo, it's wrong.
Instead of having Gene Steratore tell us what the call should be and watch them get it wrong, maybe you should be buzzing down to the head ref, Gene, and letting him know, and let's just get the damn thing right.
I agree. It's kind of
tired of them. I get so tired of watching college games, NFL games, all this stuff. They're like, we're going to bring in our rules analyst. And he comes in, he's like, yeah, this is the wrong call, guys. But then they go ahead and roll with the play. And I'm like, why? How can we not fix this in real time? What's stopping us from fixing this? You told us what the call should be, and we had to wait 3 more minutes for this dickhead to get it wrong, but we couldn't have buzzed down to somebody and got it right in between that time. It's bullshit, man.
And then they do it inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah, but the most important time of the game, we're going to put it in y'all's hands since you did so fucking well the rest of the time.
It's crazy.
Idiots.
I mean, it's changing a little bit. We're headed in the right direction. We're just not.
I guess
we're not where we need to be.
Hell, they put it in, implemented it for the NFL a couple years ago when they had that play in it was the Rams Saints game, the year the Rams went to the Super Bowl, and it was like the dude tackled. I mean, it was the worst pass interference call I've ever seen in a spot like that, and they missed it and they couldn't review it. So the next year they put it in place where they could do that for a little bit, and then I don't know what happened. I never heard it. It just kind of just disappeared on its own. Just one week we were doing it, next week we weren't, and I ain't heard shit about it again. And I don't know why we didn't give that more time.
I agree.
Because how many pass interference calls and shit like that do you see that are wrong?
You should have never brought it for one. Like, you should have just never brought it if you weren't. I don't know. They should have tried it out in preseason or something.
And this is the sharpest dude around. I promise you. Put me up there watching them. I promise you I'll get way more right than they do right now. I promise you I will.
It's easy. And we see it in 4K.
You're watching it in slow motion.
Yeah.
You can freeze it. How can you not see it as long as you are not blind, literally legally blind? You have no excuse not to be able to get that right.
It also would take the pressure off of the refs. Just
100%.
let someone do it in a room somewhere else.
I can't wait till the day that referees are robots and they don't miss any.
Listen, Major League Baseball, if they wanted to do it, they could. They could already have an electronic strike zone, and we'd know about it because it would get out. But I mean, it would be easy to relay a signal to an umpire, whether it's an earpiece or it's a buzzer in the hand, ball or strike. You know what I'm saying?
You get it twisted there, pharmacist. No, I won't be working all the technology. We're going to have somebody to work all that. All I got to do is sit in front of the screen and watch it, tell them what the call is. They'll handle getting it down to the white hat and all that. You know, I ain't messing with all that slow motion stuff. Just show me the damn screen. I'll give you the call. I'll do the same thing I do from my couch right now in a building in New York.
There was a game. I don't remember if it was college football or NFL, but I know McAfee was doing the sideline, so it was probably one of the college games. They kept getting the clock wrong. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, dude.
What game was that?
It was a big game, too.
I think it was Texas,
Arizona State. It was the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, something. Yeah, where they just were like every call.
There was like 7 or 8 different times throughout that game where they're like, please reset the play. It was like always like 3 or 4 seconds. Yeah. And I'm like, there was one play, dude, in one of the games, and nothing ever came of this. I think it was the Notre Dame Penn State game, actually, where y'all were trying to ice it at the end and get the field goal or whatever. But there's one play with like 14 seconds left. If you'll watch where y'all run it to the middle of the field or whatever hash you're on to get to the spot to kick the field goal, they don't even run the clock, bro. Go back and watch it and pause it and look at it. They don't even run the damn clock. It one of the last 3 or 4 plays, but it goes, it's 14 seconds. It runs, they run the clock, and then they go back and say, please reset the game clock to 14 seconds, which is what it was set at before they ever snapped the ball.
You know what? How long did that stupid tackle being lined up on the line of scrimmage thing last? Because at the very beginning of the season, they threw like 100 flags.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, they didn't throw a flag the rest of the year.
That's what they do. The NFL pressures these guys to do, especially if it's a rule change or something. Like, they're going to hammer it for a little bit, man. That was a stupid one. That's just a stupid one.
I saw a video. I'm going to have to find it and post it on X. But it was, you guys were talking about NFL games being fixed and how difficult it would be to do it and whatnot. But this was, Pat Sajak was doing the interview. It was like,
I'll say this before, I know what you're about to say, but I'll say this. It's a lot harder it's more impossible to fix them now than it would have been back in the day when you're going to be telling me this is true, because the quarterbacks didn't make the money, or the people that you could influence didn't make the money they make now. Now they make too much money to risk it, man.
Oh, everything's different. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a different world. Now,
social media. Like, half the people back then didn't even have TV. You know what I'm saying? They either had TV or they did. Like,
there was no live betting and shit like that.
Exactly. You definitely had a bookie back then. But
what up, Monk? By the way, I see you in there, man. What up?
was convincing to me. I need to find the video. It was old.
I believe it. Back in the day, dude, when the mob was involved in all that shit and stuff, and the only place you could really bet was like Vegas or through bookies and different things like that, I totally believe the shit was going on then because, like I said, you didn't have every quarterback making at least $50 million, and some of these dudes would get their own gambling debts and shit, and they had to figure out how to pay people.
Yeah. And this was more like, it wasn't the players weren't involved. It was more like ownership, referees,
referees can definitely, and I still think some of those guys are totally in pockets. After you see Donahue or whatever, the NBA ref, after when I see that stuff, it's definitely out there, but you're going to see less and less of it because these people, these U.S. integrity people or the people that do all this research to catch these dudes, they're really good at their job, dude.
Not only that, but think about these referees. What do they do in the offseason?
Just
all of them are like lawyers.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them, they're all doctors and lawyers. They all have, these are like usually all the referees, at least the ones I've told y'all before. I dated a girl, her dad was a referee for the ACC crew and stuff, and he's a pharmacist. But like all his buddies were lawyers and judges or whatever, and they all lived different parts of the country. They told them what game they're at. They all flew to the same place on like a Thursday or a Friday, did the game, and they go back and whatever. I don't know if the NFL may be different. Those guys may be full-time, whatever. I don't know. But most of the time, they got other jobs. That's the problem, is that too many of them, it's not their first priority. It's just an extra paycheck.
Yeah.
That's where you see the lack of focus. It has to be lack of focus the way that some of these games get called. That or you're straight in the tough, pocket. Dude.
It's got to be tough. It would suck being a ref.
I'm
Can't
sorry.
be a fan.
No, I don't want to hear that shit. I get so tired of hearing people say, oh, it's tough to do this, whatever. Fuck you. You signed up for this.
I know, and they're getting paid.
You had to go out and do all this shit. You knew what it entailed. You knew what came with this. It's part.
No, they're getting paid a lot of money.
And that's what I'm saying. If you're doing it at that level, you're getting paid a shit ton of money. Don't suck. Period. That shit drives me crazy. Well, it's a tough job. No, fuck yourself.
No, I'm saying it would be tough in the sense you can't be a fan, and when you're watching a game, you have to watch a specific part of the field the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but there's 13 of them out there.
No, I'm not saying it's tough to do the job.
It ain't tough.
I'm saying it's tough to not be able to be a fan and enjoy football the way we do.
If you're going to pay me $150,000 a year to stand and watch the linebackers, I'm going to stand my ass over there and watch the damn linebackers, and I'll watch the other football games after. I ain't reffing all of them.
Yeah, but you can't be biased and you can't be on camera rooting.
Just do your job. Just do your job. You know the game. If you're a referee, you know the damn game. Take all the other shit out. I don't care if it's a Tennessee game. I don't care if it's an Alabama game. I don't care if it's Ohio State. None of that shit matters to me. I know the game. I know the damn rules. My job is to go out there and call the game fair. By the rules that are written that everybody knows before the damn game starts, I'm supposed to call those and get it right. That's what I'm supposed to do.
You know what? I'll just be the down marker guy. I'll just hold that and change.
They're going to replace those motherfuckers too.
True.
Everybody about to go. I can't wait. AI everywhere. Let's go. Never miss a call again.
Could you imagine watching football without the first down line?
It's not accurate. That's what they'll tell you. It's not accurate, but I always see that damn thing right on.
I know. And then sometimes I forget they can't see it on the field, but it seems like they can see it on the field. You know?
I know, right? I'm like, how about it's the first down, bro. Just come on. I remember when they first came out with that, it would be like 2 or 3 yards off. You would see the first down marker and it'd be like one way or the other, 1.5 yards off.
Yeah.
Being a ref, so easy, the pharmacist says. Just throw a flag. Anytime someone gets within 3 feet of Mahomes. The thing is, you can throw a flag on every single play in football for something.
Yeah.
You literally can. Every single play you could do it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's enough of that. Enough ranting. I've had my fun and all that. Let's go over here and look at some let's see if we can find a little winner or two tonight, man.
I already got one loser on the board. A pharmacist gave me a play today.
What'd you take, man?
I took Wimby's over points and the under in the game.
Well, how's that a loser? Does it already happen?
Yeah, they played in Paris.
Oh, they played in France. I was going to say, I was like, damn, that shouldn't happen.
And the total was it was 140 to 110. The total was 230. Like,
Wimby go over? I'm sure he did.
He scored 30.
You should have just bet that.
His line was 20 and a half. I mean, my
20 and a half?
28.5.
Oh, 28.5.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if it's 30, you could have laddered him up some. So
He,
guess what you
he
should
and
have done.
my Mark Williams line. I mean, dude.
You've
Mark
been hammering that
Williams.
one, ain't you?
Oh, my goodness. It's still hitting. And it's gone up. It was sitting at 12.5 for a long time.
I'll give
Now
you
it's
props.
16.5. And he dropped 37 last night. Didn't even score a point in the first quarter.
You said that the other day. You're like, until the books adjust this, you got to keep hammering this thing. When is that? Is that happening tonight? Is that tonight?
Charlotte. I think they play tomorrow, maybe.
Let me
They
know.
might play today.
No, they played last night. They got beat by the Grizzlies last night. I do remember that.
Also, I do look at the totals too. So that's another thing I like to do in NBA.
I know you do. Let me know the next time you're riding on that one. I forgot to bet it the other day. Those NBA plays, man. I don't jump in on a lot of those. I really don't. But I've had some free profit boosts lately, and by the time I think to ask y'all about it, it's already games have started and stuff. So
yeah, NBA's funny,
bro. I got thumped in college basketball yesterday, dude.
Yeah, Ole Miss. I didn't take it,
bro. That was another one. Dude, I had Xavier +7. I'm sorry.
That was a good one.
Sorry, chat. Y'all have already heard all this. It was a good one until it went to overtime and they lost by 8.
Oh, well, that's right. I had 8. It pushed for me.
God, how do you live so right, bro?
I didn't win it.
You didn't lose it. They at least gave you your money back. They said, hey, Cricket, thanks. We appreciate it, man. Come back, play again tomorrow.
Yeah, but I got screwed in the Chiefs game this weekend. Was it the Chiefs? Ravens. I don't know. What was the safety at the very end of the game where the punter ran it out?
Chiefs Texans. Oh, you got bid on that one? You had 9.
The punter ran. That was the Redskins or the Commanders, wasn't it?
It was the Chiefs Texans, man.
Okay, yeah, I had 8.5, but everybody else got 9.5.
I had 8.5.
It closed at 9.5.
I had 8.5 too.
Well, because we bet it early.
So you didn't get screwed on that one?
I lost that bet.
Then you had the wrong number. You had 9.5 then. Who'd you have, first of all?
I lost on that safety.
Okay.
Whichever way it was. I don't remember.
Were you on the Texans?
I think so. Yeah. Texans 8.5.
Okay. That's why. I had Chiefs 8.5. So I was okay. That's what I was saying.
And 9.5 covered.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Now I'm with you. Well, good. You deserve that.
There we go.
You deserve that. You've been running real pure, sir. No, it happens, bro. It happens. But yeah, not like I said, Xavier last night. Hell, then I had Wofford over Citadel, and they're up by 20, minus 15.5, up by 26.5.
That's your fault betting Wofford and Citadel.
Bro, they were up by 26 at the half. No, I'm telling you, that's where the gyms are at now.
They're gyms, but you gotta follow it.
They were up by 26 at the half steps. Why am I supposed to feel bad about it?
It didn't hit.
1 by 11. Loser. Pays the same.
Indiana.
That would, dude, and I'm mad at myself on that one.
Because they were so close to coming back.
Indiana was leading most of the damn game.
Well, I'm saying then they went down, but they went down by a little bit.
But I sat there and looked at that one, and as soon as I saw it yesterday, I clicked Northwestern minus 6.5, and I was like, this line's just weird. There's no reason they should be favored like this over this team. And then it went down to 6, and I was like, nah, they're starting to correct it. I was like, Indiana's the play, bro. Just go with it. And so I flipped, and I was so mad at myself. I was like, you knew better on that one, dude.
They're so volatile, dude.
Hell, Ole Miss was up by 6 or 8 with 2 minutes left, bro.
And then they didn't even cover.
They lost.
It was 3, right?
They lost 63-62. And they were up.
What's this mean?
Wants to be a hot dog guy? I guess the hot dog guy would. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. You like hot dogs?
Dude. Do I like food?
I was going to say, be careful when you start talking about your love for hot dogs, man. You have to put a lot of no homos in there.
I like them, the glizzies. I like them with chili, slaw, like you name it. I like them many different ways. Just not attached to a human being. I'll pass on that. What do you think about this one right here?
Rangers, Oilers, main line plus 170. I am actually on the other side, man. I'm taking the Flyers on that. We can talk hockey, man. You want to talk hockey? I love hockey.
Are you coming in peace? Are you coming in peace today?
The line's moving the right way for you, for there, Patriot. I took the Flyers main line at plus 124. Both these teams are really hot right now. Flyers on a 7-game point streak, and the Rangers on a 9-game point streak. And I'm just betting against the team with the longer point streak. Straight up. I think they're both playing on. I feel like you're kind of flipping a coin in it. The Rangers, after I was talking to my guy, there he is. There's my guy, Bird Hunter. Speaking of the devil. I was talking to him a little bit ago, and that's what he was talking about. Getting Shesterkin back between the pipes for New York, that's a big time deal, bro. And they were starting to they had a real rough stretch there, and they were starting to kind of get a little bit, starting to get some chemistry, feeling a little bit better, looking a little bit better. And now they got their netminder back. Rangers, I told him right now, I'll tell you what, I took the Flyers tonight on the main line, but if the Flyers do wind up winning this one tonight, I'm going to hammer the Rangers next game out.
So you like the goalie coming back, but you're taking the Flyers.
I told you I was betting against. I'm just betting against it because the Rangers are on a 9-game point streak. They've been just hot as fire, and the Flyers are playing pretty good right now. And I think the Rangers are going to make a push and continue to get better as the season goes on. They're going to be a playoff team, and they're going to have something to say when it comes Stanley Cup playoff time. But I think the Flyers will eventually fizzle out, but they're playing pretty good hockey right now. And just looking at some patterns and the way these teams have played, it's just hard to keep those long streaks going. It's still professional sports, man. So I'm literally just betting against the longer streak in this one because I do feel like it's a coin flip game.
I remember I was doing that Tampa Bay in Major League Baseball, and I ended up winning like 16 straight. I was trying to bet against them.
Oh, I'm only doing it 2 nights against this team. Like I said, if they win this one, I'm going to back off until they lose, and then I'll start.
You said you would go Rangers next game, right?
If the Rangers lose this one tonight, I will come back out and hammer them the next game.
Now, as far as their goalie, is he as good as Florida's goalie?
Igor, yes, he is.
Okay.
He is every bit as good as Bob. Bob's a stud, but Igor is also elite, man. He is a big deal.
What do you think about Montreal? Buku's been on Montreal lately.
I'm on the Habs money line tonight, man. I'm gonna keep riding that wave. Detroit had a little that coach got fired. They swapped coaches, and they were kind of on the little new coach boost. You see that in professional sports a lot. Coach will get fired, and the team gets kind of excited, new faces and all that. They get to rolling for a little bit there. I think me and Bird Hunter talked about that too. I think that's kind of coming to an end for Detroit right here. And this Habs team playing some good hockey, man. I told him the other day, I think that there were some sprinkles maybe in some futures markets.
What's going on with the Bruins?
They suck.
When's the last time Boston had like a sucky franchise?
That happens pretty regular. Football season.
What, New England?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were good for so long.
Yeah, well, hell,
Boston.
The Celtics used to be were shit for a lot of our childhood steps until they got like the big three, Kevin Garnett and all them. They were pretty bad for some years there.
What about when they had Larry Legend and Kevin McHale?
Yeah, that's for our time, buddy. How many Larry Legend
that's
games?
My time, man.
How many Larry Legend games you watch, Steps?
Dude, I had freaking the Celtics versus the.
I started to say though, you are an Indiana guy, so you probably did like grow
Indiana
up in the crib watching Larry Bird games.
Dude, I was a big big NBA rival
But you're like 4 years older than me too. You're like 4 years older than me. So by the time I was watching most of these guys you're talking about, I did get to see some Jordan in the second little three-peat there. I do remember watching some of that. But most before that, man, that's really my first memory of NBA is I remember Shaq.
Kings Lakers, dude. That was a good matchup. Flotty and Shaq and
yeah, the early 2000s. Yeah, that was good.
When Ori was hitting game winners.
My first NBA Finals memory is when Shaq was still with Orlando and he played the Rockets and Hakeem Olajuwon in like 95 or something. That's the first I really remember of the NBA.
Yeah, and those Jordan years with the Lakers were good. Those were. That's the last time I feel like NBA playoff basketball was like legit. You know what I'm saying?
I hate NBA.
Yeah,
I do.
There's too many. They shoot too many threes.
Then
they're talking about capping how many three.
I don't even care about all that.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. What they're doing? What?
You can only shoot so many 3-pointers in a game.
Oh God, shut up! Get out of here!
Come on now.
What drives me crazy about it? I don't even care about all that. Shoot the threes. Don't play defense. I don't care. More points is cooler anyway. But I can't stand when I see at least 3 times a night some team being up by 20 or 25 at some point in the game and then losing the damn thing.
Yeah,
it blows my mind. Or like I said, it always comes back. I know y'all have heard me say this multiple times before, but I had a team a couple seasons ago -4.5. They were up by 36 at one point in the game. By 36. I'm giving up 4.5. They won the damn game by 4 points.
I know. Like a double-digit lead in the NBA is nothing.
That's when I swore off of it. I was like, no way. No way that happens. That's virtually impossible for that to happen. It's got to be rigged.
30 is a lot, but I will say this:
36 steps. They were up
that
36.
is
I've got
that is
four
a
and a
lot.
half.
No, I know that's a lot. That's a lot. I will say that, but I will say this: there's a lot of 10 to 15 point swings when people sit, like when they rotate.
It's amazing how fast there's a 10, 15 point swing in the NBA. We're talking a minute and a half.
Some teams are deeper than other teams, though.
I hate it.
Or their second.
We've already talked about this shit too much.
I mean, NHL's the same way. They got different lines and line changes. And
NHL
stuff like
is,
that.
don't you ever say that again. NHL is not even in the same breath as the NBA steps. Don't you compare these men out there on the ice to that garbage they put on the court in the NBA.
There's too many
ever
games
do that again
in the NBA.
Don't you ever say that again.
There's too many games.
Too many games. Too many damn teams. Too many everything. Too many everything about the NBA.
How's my hockey club doing?
I bet against them tonight, man. I'm on the Wild.
Well, Minnesota Wild is doing pretty damn good.
They are pretty good. They got Kaprizov back now, man. I think they'll get to rolling pretty good along. Hey, this is a good Minnesota Wild team, dude. They are. They're a good squad. They usually wind up choking it, but they are a pretty good squad. Good young core here. I like the Wild tonight. I took a -1.5 plus 164.
What do I know about MLB and NFL cards? I mean, are we talking trading cards? I would assume, because the next comment would be thinking about starting Game On Sports Card Shop. That would be cool. I always wanted to like open packs. Like
we can do that, y'all. I'm telling you, if y'all want to do that, we really will have to get into it, and we got to make sure you do it all right. You got to have like extra cameras so you can see you opening the packs while you're live and all that, because there is a lot that goes into it. But no, I definitely like that. Shit's fun, dude. We would have a blast with that. And as long as you do it legit, you can build a pretty cool little deal doing them card breaks, man.
Yeah. And dude, when I was a kid, that's all I wanted at a certain point in time for Christmas was a box of like cards where I could just open like 40 packs.
And we don't
just get one.
Oh, dude, I love doing that. But we can start doing stuff like, we always do our contests. We're giving away jerseys and stuff. We make it do a thing where we're like, okay, whoever wins, we're going to open 3 packs of cards for you, and you get, whatever out of those packs right there or something. Yeah. So it could be something really cool. It could be some more incentive to get in our contest, man. You might wind up winning a damn Paul Skeens 1-on-1.
There was like an 11-year-old kid that won that or something.
Did you see everything they offered him for that card?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was predetermined. Like it was almost like a hunt. Like it was.
Oh, okay. They're like, okay, we're going to give whoever.
Whoever finds it. That's why it was a 1-of-1.
They said Libby's offering dates and every damn thing.
Yeah, it's
I was going to ask about this. So, how does that work? I guess they give that card, or he comes somewhere and he signs that card, and then they put it in circulation.
Yeah. He probably signed a whole bunch of stuff at the same time.
Right. But I'm just saying that card, if there's only 1-of-1, you can't just throw that in a pile with a bunch of jerseys and hats for him to sign. Somebody like probably brought that up in like a briefcase.
Oh, they sign. He signs there's like a insert that goes on top of the card.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
yeah, so they sign like 100 of those, and then they just transfer it from that.
I got you. Because I was seriously thinking about the other day. I was like, how does his signature get on there and then it get in the pack? I was like, they're probably just bringing like one of those, the MasterCard blacks or whatever the big card is, that comes in a case or something. I figured they just carry that card around in the case. Because that damn thing, if he winds up being who they think he is, I mean, you see cards right now, rookie cards and shit, selling all kinds of them, selling $3-4 million.
That's a 1-of-1 too.
That's what I'm saying. If he winds up being who they think he's going to be, man, it probably like reset the damn market. You see that?
That's a gamble, man. Now talk about. That's a good one right there. What would you do?
I'd take the deal right now. No, absolutely not. I'd take the deal.
What
right
was
now.
on what all was the deal?
He got 30 seasons of season tickets. He could have like 18 people come play a softball game inside PNC Park.
Okay.
He got like 2 autographed Paul Skeens jerseys. He could go take batting practice with the team at like a spring training game. All kind of cool shit. The only problem with him having the season tickets is the kid lives in like LA.
I need season tickets to whatever team I want. I don't know. They're gonna have to figure
I mean, you
out.
can't. That's why I said on the other day on the show. I was like, if I'm the Pirates, I'm trying to get in touch with the Dodgers and be like, hey, can we work something out here? Like, we'll give you the money for the damn tickets, but can we give this kid these season tickets? Because he's Dodgers. Because if you're the Dodgers, it makes you look good too.
I might keep the card. If I lived in LA, I might keep that card.
And then what happens when he comes out on opening day and his arm explodes?
It's not going to.
I hope not, Steps. God forbid. But this is the real world, and it happens every single season to somebody.
You know who's due?
Don't even put that juju on nobody.
Max Fried just went to the Yankees, signed that big contract, free agent.
Don't put that voodoo on nobody, man.
Just saying.
I like the Canucks money line tonight too.
Well, Patriot just had one. I just put up.
Did he? What was it? I didn't see it, man.
The Knights, Wild, and Press. Who's Press?
Preds, I think.
Oh, Preds. Okay.
I'm riding with my guy, Bird Hunter, on that in the Preds Sharks game. I'm gonna take the under. I took the under 5.5. I saw you liked under 6, Bird Hunter, on your picks, but I'm gonna go under 5.5 plus 114 right there. I like those unders with plus money, dude.
I know you do. Buku likes them too. It's either 6.5 or 5.5.
Bird Hunter, can I
or it's juiced.
Bird Hunter, can I pull up your card, man? If you don't want me to, I won't. But I'll pull up your card and show them what you like. If you want me to, man, just let me know. I'll give you a minute to let me know. If you don't want me to, I won't do it, man. But let's see here. What's another one I was looking? Oh, I like the over in the Golden Knights Blues game, man. I bet the over in that one too, over 6.5. Yeah, let's.
Are we gonna get a Kraken first period bet tonight?
This is what Bird Hunter's on tonight, y'all.
Bird Hunter, is this action?
I don't know. You have to ask. This way he sends it to me. I'm not sure I don't know if this is off his book or
that is action. Bird Hunter, do you follow me on action? I need to follow you.
He does not like St. Louis anymore. He's saying he don't like that one anymore. Plus 122.
Gotcha.
But he said, "Yep, action." There you go. But that's what he's on this evening, y'all. Right there. So good luck. I rode with you. We're opposites on one, man. We are. I'm on the Flyers. He's on the Rangers there. So, but I like the Canucks money line tonight too. This is more like you got McDavid still out of that little suspension thing, man, where they got the cross-checking penalty and stuff. They got 3 games on that. But they just played the other night. And Canucks jumped up on them 3-0, real quick, fast, in a hurry in that damn thing. And no, I think I'm getting it mixed up here. I think that was against the Avalanche, and the Oilers were down 3-0 and came all the way back.
Who was the fight I watched last? Was it last night? It lasted forever. They finally just quit.
Who?
It was 2 big dudes.
Oh, bro, in hockey?
Yeah, and it lasted for a while, and then finally both were just like,
okay. Who were the 2 big dudes fighting?
You should have seen it. It was viral.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
And it was like,
remember what teams was it? You remember?
It was like best fight of the season, and I was like, that wasn't even that great of a fight. The best fight was when that dude got laid out, like got knocked out. It was Buku Senate.
Oh yeah, that one. They there's still a lot of season left, man. We're gonna see some more fights. You remember that? There's like that game last year where the damn Kachuk brothers, where the Panthers played the Senators, and you got Kachuk brothers on each team, and the whole damn team was fighting. They got their grandmama up in the stand. Grandmama's in the stands, like, oh no, oh boys play nice. So that's all.
Kachuk's are there? It was Oliver and Reeves.
Oliver and Reeves. I'll check that out.
Toronto and Columbus, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that one, man. I'll have to go back and check it out. You got on that over too, Bird Hunter? Let's go.
The fight lasted like a minute. I think it was 1 minute and 32 seconds.
Oh, it lasted 1 minute and 32 seconds?
Or the video is that long. I don't know what I saw.
Yes.
It lasted a long time. It got, like I said, it got to the point where they both were just holding each other, and they finally were just like, okay, I think we're done.
Probably exhausted.
And I think they actually like dapped up and then just stayed away from each other.
Good fight, bro. Grab a beer later. See you at the pub.
If you don't get knocked out, it can't be up for fight of the year.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. You think about it. Think about what usually wins fight of the year in the UFC. It's usually not when somebody gets knocked out. It's usually when they beat the shit out of each other and they're both sitting there bloodied and battered and everything.
There was no blood.
They didn't fight for 25 minutes straight, Steps. It's hockey.
You know what else too I didn't think about is like they're on skates. So it has to be hard to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go for a minute and a half on ice skates, bro. Give a little credit where credit's due.
Did you see they're fighting in lacrosse now?
Yes, we did see that the other day.
No skates. That's where they were comparing like the fighting between lacrosse and hockey.
I don't know why. I didn't know that you could do that in lacrosse for one, but if you can now, or they just made it legal or whatever, they should have been doing that shit all along.
I wish you could just do it in like every sport. That'd be so awesome. NFL,
I think,
dude. Oh gosh.
I don't know. I feel like there you got to kind of. Here's the thing: ice skates helps these refs kind of keep control on this stuff because the dude will slip and fall, and you can get in there and grab him. NFL, you got dudes grabbing face mask and everything else. That would get out of hand real quick. Steps.
Or like a lineman just choking the shit out of a
DB
corner
or something. Yeah, that would get out of hand real quick.
Yeah, but you'd have an enforcer just like they do in NHL. They would just come in and just be like, boom.
Everybody on the field's an enforcer, bro.
Who's one person you wouldn't fuck with? Like Vita Vea?
Micah Parsons comes to mind. TJ Watt.
Vita's like Samoan though. So he's like,
oh, Vita, don't get me wrong. No, you won't bark up that tree either. I mean, literally, you could probably take every single fourth string lineman in the NFL, and you don't want to grab that guy.
And Ndamukong Suh when he played.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't want to. Did you see that clip? You did see the morning show this morning? You see we were showing that thing on Warren Sapp where
he got arrested?
Well, it's bullshit. We showed the clips of this morning. He's just trying to.
He's suing him for $20 million.
It is bullshit. I was on Warren Sapp's side. It is bullshit because this lady. You'll have to go back and watch the clip. I ain't gonna show all that again, but that's another guy. You wouldn't want to grab that dude either.
Did you see this?
Bucks OC lied. He's now meeting with the Jags.
Yeah, but they fired the GM, right?
Yep. Good luck.
Jacksonville's. They couldn't get a coach, so then they because of the GM. So they fired the GM after all the good coaches already pretty much signed. They just don't know what they're doing. Just stick to wrestling.
There's still good coaches out there, man. There's still good coaches. These teams always get infatuated. The media pumps up these 4 or 5 names, and they always get infatuated. You got to hire one of these guys when there's a shit ton of good coaches still out there available. If you just go do your homework and dive in. Now, when your franchise is trash like the Jaguars, not everybody wants to come hang out. So you got to kind of take what you can get. But I'm just saying, I don't understand why all these teams are in such a hurry to do this if you don't have the right guy.
Like Colts, should I be excited about our defensive coordinator hire? Because I watched Cincinnati's defense and it didn't look
y'all hire?
Good. Lou Armarano.
That's the dude that was with Cincinnati?
Yeah.
They got better. I'll say that. They were really bad early on, and they continued to get better throughout the course of the season. It was a big reason why they started playing so much better. So, dude did something right. And he had a lot of injuries on that team throughout the course of the year, too.
He got fired.
Huh?
He got fired.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that defense I watched, it got better throughout the course of the season. Was he with them the whole season?
He's been there for 7 years.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But he finished the season with them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That defense continued to get better throughout the course of the year, and there's a big reason why they were winning games at the end of the year. Now, granted, I mean, some of the games they lost, but it's the Ravens, too. That game against Lamar, 41-38, things like that. Like, okay, there's a lot of teams that give up 40 points to that team.
It's just I'm so stuck on like a Dennis Allen because these coaches get so many chances in the NFL, and everyone knew like why did he get another chance after what happened?
That's another thing too. I don't understand why that's the way it is. Why all these guys that do suck at their jobs, why they continue to get other opportunities, and people just expect them to be better. I'm like,
apparently NFL you get 2 shots before you're like labeled.
Yeah. You screw 2 jobs up like Josh McDaniels, never be a head coach in the NFL ever again.
Yep.
Ever again. And he shouldn't be, and I don't think he should want to be. You're a really good offensive coordinator, dude. That pays really well and puts a lot of bread on the table, too. Just do what you're good at.
And that's why Ben Johnson left, too. Like, they could have offered him even more money, but
I think that's going to be a dumpster fire, too.
Think so?
I do. 100%. I think that's going to be a dumpster fire.
In what way?
I'm just not big on it. I'm not big on that hire. I'm not big convinced with that guy, man. I'm not. They got a whole lot of weapons on that Detroit team. I could go up there and call plays for that team and put up points right now. I'm not convinced that you're going to be able to go to a place like Chicago with a really young quarterback. Everybody's got to remember, Jared Goff is a veteran dude that doesn't screw up. Like, he's played a lot of football. He's played a lot of football. I understand Caleb Williams has got a lot of talent and things like that. He doesn't have the experience, and he's not the same kind of player that Jared Goff is. And he also doesn't have the weapons around him. I know he's got a few, but he doesn't have enough weapons like Jared Goff does. He doesn't have Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sam Laporta. He ain't got all that down there, man.
Gibbs is a beast.
Absolutely he is. And hell, Chicago been shuffling through running backs for a decade now.
Yeah, the Swift project didn't work.
So I do not think that is going to be a good deal. I think they're going to be. They may lose more games next year than they lost this year.
What do you think about Glenn?
I like that guy. I think that's
I
the
like
better
him
hire
too.
of the two. I think that's the
Don't have
better
a
hire.
quarterback, you know.
I do think that's the better hire, and especially I didn't realize he had got drafted by them back in the early '90s.
Yeah,
He was a first round pick for those guys, man.
did you see his speech in front of Detroit when he first got hired?
I did not. Maybe I did, but I don't.
Very
remember.
impressive.
I
He
don't-
talked about just like what it takes to change culture of winning. You know, like in the NFL, you lose a lot, but he like went in around the room and was like, "Hey, Cricket, when you were in college, how many games did you win? 14. How many did you lose? 1. Every time you woke up on Saturday morning, did you think you were going to lose? No. Got to get that feeling back. Got to
Exactly.
get that feeling back. Got to change the culture."
And that's another thing too. You talk about the culture and like what the Lions have built and Dan Campbell's culture and the way that is. I don't think that's going to transition with Ben Johnson. I think people expect that both these coordinators are going to be able to go somewhere and do what Dan Campbell's done. These players aren't going to look. I think they will look at Aaron Glenn more like a Dan Campbell than they will a Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson ain't going to get the same amount of respect that Dan Campbell gets.
When Dan Campbell introduced Aaron Glenn before he made that speech, he straight up was like, "I trust this man with my life." Like
that's what I'm saying. They're cut from the same cloth. Dude.
Oh,
that's why
dude.
he'll be good. I don't think Ben Johnson's going to get the same thing out of his players that those two guys will be able to get.
I was impressed with because I never heard Ben Johnson speak, and he made a little speech to like I guess the people who worked in the office of the Bears. I was impressed with that little portion. So
I'm not saying the guy's going to be, but I think
translate?
he's going to be. I think he's going to be another Josh McDaniels.
Did he play football like NFL or anything? Like what's his background? Because the difference, but Aaron Glenn, when he's telling you about what it takes to win and he says he understands what it does, like how you feel, like you can resonate with that. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely, that's what I'm saying. That's the same way you can with Dan Campbell or a guy like Mike Vrabel. Like those guys. That's why those are the guys that are getting their players to run through brick walls. And maybe I'm selling the guy short. Maybe who the hell am I? What does it matter what the hell I say? Ben Johnson don't give a damn what I say. You know, whatever I say don't matter what he's going to be able to go do. I'm just saying I don't get the same feel from that guy that I get from an Aaron Glenn, and Dan Campbell, and Mike Vrabel, and all that.
He could be a McVay.
Maybe.
Like a where you can eye talent and like we watched the Puka video. Like that's, I mean, he nailed Puka.
Maybe, but there's just not a lot of those guys out there.
And that's why the Rams were giving all those picks away because he already knew. Like,
and for one Sean McVay, there are 10 Josh McDaniels.
Oh, for sure. I mean, also Josh McDaniels is a prick. He didn't have a good personality.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was trying to look down through here, and
he probably played like college quarterback or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, so I don't know. Feel for a minute while I find this.
All right, let's see what the chat's got talking about here. So let's see. Cubs are on the verge of acquiring Ryan Presley from the Astros. Before we started today, the Braves did make a signing. They signed Jerks and Profar.
Okay.
Played with San Diego last year. Had a really good season. So kind of excited about that. They're talking about Will not working. He says, "I'm doing 2 jobs right now. Pharmacist and running the #1 sports show." Oh, he's running the #1 sports show on the internet. Okay. He's running the show, Cricket.
Who's running the show?
William.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, Mont's got the game on hat. Okay, Mont.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. He graduated top 5 in his class in high school. Was a walk-on for the Tar Heels at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 2004, where he competed as a reserve quarterback behind T.J. Yates before graduating in 2008 with degrees in mathematics and computer science.
There you go.
So, once again,
more like a Frank Wright.
Once again, hard for the walk-on college quarterback at a not great football university to get the same amount of grit out of his guys that dudes that actually played in the NFL and laid it out. I'm just saying, it's harder to do. It's harder
to be a leader.
And once again, who the hell am I? I don't know. This is my opinion. I don't think it's a good hire. I think they're going to be shit.
True.
So, we'll see there. We can pull the chat up, man. We can have that up there over there. Let's see here. What do we NHL tonight, man. That's what I'm on. I got 5 plays in the NHL. I'm on the Flyers money line plus 124 at the Rangers, Canadians money line plus 110 at the Red Wings, Minnesota Wild minus 1.5 plus 164 at home against the Utah Hockey Club, Vegas Golden Knights, St. Louis Blues over 6.5 plus 110, and Vancouver Canucks money line plus 154 at the Edmonton Oilers.
I only have one play on the hardwood tonight. NBA.
I understand. I understand, pharmacist.
I took the under. Now you can play this either way. I took the under in the Orlando Portland. I think it's 212 and 212.5. It did go up a little bit from 209. Both teams trended the under. Orlando has trouble scoring 100 points. Like,
yeah, they do. I feel like I never see them break 100.
So my thing is I probably should have bet Portland, right? They're plus 8.5, and the total's
it's gone down to plus seven now. It's up, but the total's up to 213.
I should have bet. I made the wrong bet.
Andy Reid was on that damn BYU national championship team, pharmacist.
Did you see that clip of Andy Reid when he was coaching Brett Favre? He takes the blame for cricket. It's because you have a droid. That's all it is. If you had an iPhone, man,
I know. I just don't keep my head buried in my damn phone all day long.
I know, because you have a droid.
No, I wouldn't do it. I don't want a phone that works. My phone does exactly what I needed to do.
Is it one of those like Edge phones you get from Walmart prepaid?
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't buying a phone for anywhere but Walmart. You kidding me? It does all I needed to do, bro.
Oh man, it shuts off after 6 o'clock.
I mean, it's a smartphone. I do buy the good one, bro. I do buy the good one.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I don't buy a flip phone. I do at least buy the good one now. But
what did you just show me before that? Because that was. Did you show me the same phone twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just
it's not too bad. It's a little OtterBox you got there.
Yeah. I have to have it, bro. I'm really rough on phones. Really, I keep it. I have a real bad habit of keeping it laying in my lap, and I'll be sitting there talking, and I'll stand up and sling the thing across the room. So I gotta have some kind of like Kevlar case. Did you hear the part about national championship, pharmacist? You douche.
Oh, the old pharmacist.
The old pharmacist. He just likes to come in here and poke the bear too. But college basketball tonight. Oh, we didn't finish that, man. I got a few that I'm on tonight. I'm on that under in the NJIT Vermont game, 123. I'm on the under in the Merrimack St. Peter's game. Under, I got it 121.5. It's down to 120.5.
What are you doing, dude?
Those are almost. You just got to look at these teams like this with these low totals like that. Yeah. A lot of these teams will go like the way their sets are run, their offensive sets and stuff. They like to go deep in the shot clock, man, and they like to look for open looks. Like a team like Alabama. I was telling them earlier before you got here. Alabama, Nate Oates. They shoot like 48% of their shots from three-point range, and they like to get a shot up in the first 7 to 10 seconds of the shot clock. That's why you see so many extra possessions. That's why you see the scores going so high. I bet Alabama over 179.5 against Kentucky the other day. They scored damn near 200.
Damn.
They got one tonight, South Dakota, North Dakota, over 176.5. Because when you have these teams like this that do like to get shots up early in the shot clock to create more possessions, it naturally leads to more points. It's part of it. So anytime you see them high like that, it's almost a system play for me. So I went over in that one and the under and the low ones right there because the same, just on the other hand, those teams are not taking a lot of shots and it just doesn't provide a lot of scoring opportunities. So if they go cold for any stretch, you're not going to get over that number. They'll barely break 100.
You usually get good lines too because there's not a lot of action on those games.
Right again. That's what I'm saying. So that's really where you're jibbing. It's hard to get good. I've got one. I'm on Illinois tonight and it's plummeted down. It keeps going on. I bet a minus 7.5. It was at 9.5 this morning, and it's gone all the way down to 6. I don't care. I got 2 units on Illinois. I've seen these lately, and I used to let them scare me off of it or flip me the other side like it did for Indiana or yesterday on Indiana.
Yeah,
I'll flip back off, and then the team comes out, and I'm like, God, it was right there in front of me. I knew it. So I'm just going to roll with it tonight, man. I think the Illinois is a good squad.
He's talking to himself.
All you pharmacists can go circle jerk each other. Ridiculous. Took St. Mary's too. I took them up on a little alt line. They're minus 10.5, but I took them up to minus 11.5 plus 105. So other people doing their jobs. What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. You can't ever tell in here.
I can't follow it. I don't know.
It gets tough sometimes, don't it? Especially when they're on like a 20 to 30 second delay with us, and by the time they get the comment out here, we're on to something. I'm like, what was that about?
I get this. Mont said he was wondering why it took so long for okay. I think that it all ties into this. It's just William being on 4 different computers, not doing his job. Mont's prescription not getting filled, and him saying that he can do it all. So
got it. Lock it in. Yeah, I took St. Mary's up to minus 11.5. Get a little plus money on the thing, plus 105 against San Francisco. St. Mary's playing some good basketball right now too.
That's probably a late nighter, isn't it?
Oh, it's all right. It's not 9 p.m.
Okay. Usually those is like 11 o'clock.
Right. They usually are 11. I do have one that starts late. I'm taking Will's Cougs this evening, man.
Uh-oh. I like those late nighters.
Yeah, I took them plus 5 here. Santa Clara. It's more of a letdown spot for Santa Clara to me. They just beat Gonzaga on the road the other night in the close game in OT, I believe. Just kind of looking at a letdown spot right here. The Cougs have played well. They were getting 4.5 earlier. It's gone up to 5.5. I bet them at plus 5, but I did put the little sprinkle on the money line too, half unit there. So I like the Cougs tonight, Will, but it's more of a letdown spot for Santa Clara for me.
Santa Clara and the Cougs.
That's right. Well, you got what? You ain't got no plays tonight, man. You ain't got no college. You brought me one NBA play that you're not even sure about.
Well, I'm not sure anymore. I took the wrong bet. I should have bet Portland, the side, but I bet the total. I still like it.
Better, man. It's not tipped off yet. You can still play, you know.
Oh, I'll have hockey. I'll buku hockey. He'll give me some hockey later, but yeah, I'll probably get I like the college. I like to let things settle a little bit, like the Stanford. I took Stanford versus Miami late night, 11 o'clock last night. Wasn't even thinking about it.
You like
all
to
day.
let them settle for the day. Like you don't like to
let them
7
settle.
o'clock games. You don't like the 7 o'clock games. You like to see some of the lines move, maybe bet one some of the later night games.
When it comes to basketball, yeah. Football, I'm usually feel pretty strongly about a side, or you know what I mean? Like I feel more confident in how I feel about how the game's gonna play out.
I got you. What up, Scott? How you doing, man? Normally I only bet. Like if I don't have it on my picks, whatever, I will wind up firing some late night action just because I get bored.
Yeah, and it does usually in basketball. 2 or 3 points isn't as much as it would be in like a football game.
Okay, what up, Lot? How you doing? I think you're a bot, but welcome in. Either way, we accept AI here. Don't spam the chat though, man. God, now we didn't give that robot. We didn't gave that robot a gifted membership.
Loth Trioracor.
Rumble, we got to do something about that, man. Y'all got to figure out how to get these bots still gifted membership. We need to get those back, man. We got to have those refunded.
I agree.
So, anyway, what else? You got anything else you want to talk about, man?
Not really.
When are you going to join us for the morning show, sir?
Sunday. We got 2 big games on Sunday. I did take the Chiefs minus 1.5 early.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it twice now.
No, I'm going to bet 5 units on it and then root like hell for the Bills. But I'm not getting double dip twice. I'm not betting the Bills and then still having the damn Chiefs win the game and I have to lose my bet and I have to watch the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Absolutely not.
I'm literally betting the Chiefs because it's the right bet to make.
It is the right play. It's the right side.
But
I'm gonna bet it.
Something just tells me that laws of the fact that Allen has never beat Mahomes. It has to happen at some point.
In
you know
the
what I'm
playoffs,
saying?
you got to make sure you get in the playoffs.
Yes, it's got to happen at some point.
That's what I'm thinking.
It happened with Peyton Manning, 2007, I think. Peyton and Tom, you know how they went back and forth all the time.
Yeah, right. Like I said, these guys are all good. So like that, last year I literally bet against the Chiefs all the way to their damn Super Bowl title. So I had to lose my money and watch all that shit. I ain't doing it this year. I'm gonna bet them until they lose.
As bad as they've played, and when I say bad, it's really good. It's just bad for the Chiefs. I still think they might win it. They have a really good, they're my favorite to win it again, to three-peat.
They're your favorite to three-peat since so many other teams have had opportunities to three-peat?
I'd bet it. I'd bet them right now if you can. Were they still plus money, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Let's see.
Plus 400? Probably not.
Hold on. Let me get over there. I bet they're not that high.
It's probably plus 180.
Future.
There's 4 teams left.
Plus 220.
I'd bet that. I would bet that. I don't think Hurts is always freaking hurt, man. He's always hurt. Played on one leg last week after running all over them in the first half. Commanders might get lucky. I think they have a shot.
I hope they do. The line's moving out, though.
What's it at now?
It was at 4.5 yesterday. Earlier when I saw it was at 6. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that, did we? We can talk about that for just a second.
Bills Commanders would be kind of a fun Super Bowl.
Oh, that would be perfect. That's what heaven would be like, man.
Just because you'd have Allen could win his first one, and then you have a rookie on the other side. Dan Quinn trying to get revenge from his Super Bowl loss.
I feel like there's always cool stories like this in sports throughout the years. There's been cool stories like this. I don't feel like any of them ever finished the drill.
Yeah.
Like it's cool for a minute, and then all of a sudden when they do lose, I might bet Philly, because when they do lose, I think they're going to lose bad.
Do you think this is the first time like the Buffalo's team is actually better than Kansas City's in the playoffs?
I'm not convinced that they are. I feel like that Chiefs team, like, you say what you want, but
not scoring a lot.
They just methodically went 15-2.
I know.
And the reason they lost, the reason they didn't go 16-1 is because they didn't play the starters.
True. And the thing about them is they can win in all different kind of ways.
That's what I'm saying. That defense is nasty, bro. It's
like
cool.
Kelsey came out last week and just all of a sudden just decides to go off.
I'm saying that's the thing about these guys. Like, and Chris Jones, like, yeah, it's hard to get Chris Jones fired up to play the Jaguars in week 7. But when it's time to go, you can't stop that man, bro.
And he was hurt for a while. They got healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's doing it on like one leg. What's that?
Yeah. They got healthy off all that, taking those 21 or whatever, how many days off they had.
I mean, yeah, you would hope so. I mean, gee, that's what I'm saying. Like, there almost feels like that too. Like Buffalo been battling for a while. I know they didn't have to play their guys in week 18 and everything either, but it just feels like the Chiefs are fresh, man.
Tribal war.
KC versus DC.
And the Redskins.
I like that, dude. I like that too, man. That would be cool. I think if the Redskins do make it to the Commanders, to the Super Bowl, they should have to wear the throwback unis. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. Sorry. Yes, they should. Listen.
And they still won by nearly 2 touchdowns, bro.
I'm talking about.
Well, it would have been 2 touchdowns. You don't take the.
My reference of getting healthy was to Chris Jones. He was playing on one leg, or I don't know what his injury was, but he was not healthy.
They won that game. Healthy. They won that game easy last week, man. They won that game easy to a team that just whipped the damn Chargers, just whipped them all over the damn field. And KC was never in danger of losing that damn game last week.
You got to get a guy like a Chris Jones. Like, I'm telling you, those interior
here's the thing, Steps. Those guys ain't just hanging out on every street corner.
I know it's hard to find one, but I'm saying sometimes they're more valuable than that edge rusher because they can stop the run. You know,
I ain't even paying attention to his comments anymore. I know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to him. Mixon was also like running out of his mind.
And once again, Chris Jones wasn't 100. He did get banged up early on. What was it? What did he have going on in that thing? Was it an ankle or?
Yeah, it's ankle.
Yeah. What's the word on that?
I think he's good. He's fine.
For only $30 million, you can get you Chris Jones. Yeah. Here's the thing: you got to find one to give him $30 million. They already got that one, so you got to find you another one. They're out there. But yeah, that's what they cost. And when those guys show up to play, man, I'm just saying, it's like that team. I kept expecting, at least me, I kept expecting that team to drop 3 or 4 games at some point. You know, win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. No, they didn't. They had all these injuries. Patrick Mahomes didn't even play that great in the regular season, and that team went 15-2 and could have went 16-1.
And they weren't like high powered. They weren't scoring a whole bunch of points.
No, and that's the thing. Like, they're a team that's once again built to win a football championship because that defense is nasty.
Were they in a whole bunch of 1-score games too?
Yeah. They know how to play in that. They obviously, nobody has more experience in this spot than these guys.
Yeah, this is just another Sunday for them.
And so I'm looking at the play is 100% the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to bet like 5 units on the Chiefs, and I'm going to hope like hell that I lose my bet.
Said no one ever.
It said cricket right now, and I mean it with my whole ass heart.
Oh, man.
But I am going to do that. I'm going to be on the Chiefs. I'm going to bet the Chiefs. That way, at least if they go back to the Super Bowl and I got to watch that trash again, that at least I made a little change off of it. Hell, I might bet 10 damn units, Steps.
I did parlay Worthy's receptions with Travis Kelce's yards.
Okay, say it one more time.
I parlayed Travis Kelce in alt yardage. It was like, I think I got it at 60 yards, and then over 4.5 receptions for Worthy. He's gotten a lot involved a lot down the stretch.
So Worthy, yeah, he's a burner, man. He's like I said, I think he's gonna pan out some. He'll adjust more, but he's gonna be a guy I don't know that he's ever like a top dog number 1 wide receiver, just because his game ain't really built for that, man. He doesn't make a whole lot of plays like those tough Puka plays and stuff.
Or like Rice.
Yeah, like right. For one, he just ain't as big. Like Rashee Rice, a little bit bigger than he is. Xavier Worthy's a burner, man. You don't want that guy running across the middle, taking those licks from Roquan Smith and different things like that. You don't want that's not going to be a good formula for success or to keep him on the field for a lot. But I do think Rashee Rice is going to be just fine.
Worthy should be an extension of the run game on the outside. I think they should give him
I do love watching that dude run some damn jet sweeps. He can fly.
Run jet sweeps,
They need to do is dive into some of them damn trick plays that Detroit runs for Jameson Williams and mix those in for Xavier Worthy, because he could do the same damn thing Jameson Williams does.
I mean, kind of the same player.
That's what I'm saying. Very, very similar style. Jameson Williams is a little bit taller, I feel like. Man, I could be wrong. But it's still like when I'm watching him on the field, I feel like Jameson Williams is a little bit bigger, but not much. They both can fly, dude.
Nevada Mavericks in the house.
Negative 8 yards for the game. I didn't say they had to run the Jets. I ain't listening to that, man.
The head referee for a game is Cleet Blakeman. Mahomes is 6-5 when his crew's ref Chiefs games. That's interesting right there.
Who is the Mahomes is 6? Oh,
so sweet. This is like going against the Mahomes.
Yeah, but I think that they've never lost a playoff game when this guy refs. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, they've won a lot of playoff games, so
I understand, but I'm just giving you the stats.
I get it. I know. That's not your words. You're just telling me.
I hope he does, Will. I hope he does. I hope nothing more than that. I hope the man does that damn thing again that he did for the first time ever in the history of football this year. I hope he runs for one, catches one, and throws one.
I love how he is he agreeing with himself in the chat?
Oh, well, yeah, he does that.
No one, Casey's worthy, especially worthy. And then Game on Sports agreed. Oh man,
boy, they're talking to himself. We'll have more time to talk about these on Sunday. You'll be back with us for then, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead.
Flo and Georgia and Annie aren't at the pharmacy right now picking up their pills, so he's got time on his hands.
Yep. He always talk about these damn mushroom stamps and stuff too.
What's a mushroom stamp?
Game on guy over on Rumble is sharp.
Is that
with his picture on the avatar?
What's a mushroom stamp?
It's when you hang your ball sack right on somebody's forehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the mushroom be more of the wiener, not the ball?
Yeah, I mean you could probably make your ball sack look like a mushroom, man.
We called that teabagging.
You could teabag. Teabag I thought was the if you hung it on the chin.
I don't know, man.
I guess this stuff evolves over the course of throughout.
Haven't done a lot of that in my day, Cricket.
Steps are regretting asking. Yeah, I'm just saying. You asked, bro. You asked. I said we didn't do a lot of teabagging or anything. I thought that stuff was nonsense back in the day. You got to fight the older guys right off the rib. You got to take that one ass whooping right off the rib.
Yeah.
They don't mess with you again, man. They'll find an easier target. You know what I'm saying?
Or just be big. Nobody mess with me.
Yep. You just. I was a big kid too, bro. I was a big kid too.
Oh, I bet you were, man.
I never had to worry about taking any mushroom stamps, man. So.
I thought it was like drugs, mushrooms. That's more my jam than the mushroom stamp.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's just gonna give a whole Kansas City Chiefs defense a bunch of drugs and then run all over them. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up, man. We'll be back with y'all bright early in the morning. Steps, tell where to find you and all that stuff, man. Any picks you might have tonight. I know you don't love anything, but
yeah, at heavy_steps on action. Twitter don't really post the plays there, but that's more so where I like to retweet stuff, talk about sports. If you want the plays, hit me up on action. Because there's a lot of people in here that are on there. I just didn't know it. Like Sporting Electron has been following me, and I just followed Sporting back. I saw Bird's on there, but I don't know Bird's name. So follow me on there, and I'll give you a follow
Probably
back.
Minnesota Bird Hunter.
I'll have to figure
If
it
I
out.
had to guess, that's his name on everything that I know him from. So
Gotcha. And shout out Mont. Love the hat, Mont.
Yeah, we love Mont. That's our guy right there, man. We'll be back bright and early in the morning for the Sports Morning Espresso Shot and all that. My picks are posted, y'all, over at sportspicks.locals.com and on my X at Cricket1414. Cricket is spelled with 2 T's. So y'all can go check those out if you want to tail, fade, whatever you want to do, man. But good luck to you this evening. You and your beautiful family stay safe out there. We'll see you bright and early in the morning for the Espresso Shot at 7:30. Excuse me. We'll be starting at 8 a.m. Eastern in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern,
Friday.
5 a.m. Pacific. So we'll be rolling with y'all then, but we'll see you guys then. Y'all stay safe out there. Good luck in all of your wagers this evening. Until next time, good luck.
Good gambling.
And game on.